Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all. My name is Alvina Damayanti, NIM 19 021 030 1012. Class A from Economic Education at Jember University. In here, I will to tell you about conflict matter. This video I made for fulfill my English business assignment. My college teacher, Miss Tiara. First, we will discuss the definition of conflict. Point 2, identify conflict. Point 3 is coping with conflict. Point 4 is confronting conflict. Point 5 is resolving conflict. Point 1, what is the conflict? Conflict occurs when the need of the one person interferes with the need of another, and the parties disagree on how to meet their need. With different people working in one organization, it can be difficult to avoid conflict. Conflict can have positive or negative consequences, but on individually and team performance. The difference depends on your ability to identify, confront, and resolve this conflict appropriately. By learning to handle conflict well, you will increase your success and the success of your organization. Point 2 is identify conflict. There are many reasons behind workplace conflict. 1. Different communication style. People communicate in different ways. For example, a person with an indirect communication style might have trouble successfully communicating with someone with a direct communication style. To change. People often respond negatively to change, especially if they feel threatened and appropriate to successfully deal with it. This can sometimes be a sort of communication. 3. Prejudice. Today, workplace is filled with people of different ethnic, religion, and sexual orientation. Some people project rather than embrace such difference. 4. Mismatched goals, expectation, or value. This type of conflict is often the most difficult to resolve. Point 3 is coping with conflict. Many people are uncomfortable with a sort of conflict because they feel unequipped to handle it. In order to deal with workplace conflict, they incorporate variety of negative coping methods include 1. Avoidance. The belief that if you ignore a problem, it will go away. 2. Acceptance. Sometimes it's easier to accept the problem than gossip and complain about it later. 3. Accommodation. Trying to please everyone and fix everything rather than deal directly with the conflict. 4. Combative behavior, exhibiting mean and rude behavior, which is inappropriate and can turn violent. Using said coping method will negatively affect your work performance, distract you from your job duties, and sap your enthusiasm to work. Therefore, do everything you can to learn how to confront and resolve workplace conflict. Point 4 is confronting conflict. Before you can resolve conflict, you must confront it. 1. Listen to your gut and feeling. Write down your feeling if necessary. 2. Assess the situation. Take some time to think about the situation. If you have let your frustration level increase, you may have a distorted interpretation of the situation. 3. Acknowledge what is going on. Remember, your perception of the problem might differ from someone else's perception. If you have negatively contributed to the situation, acknowledge your behavior. 4. Set aside time to talk. If often best to resolve conflict the day is happen. Set aside to time talk in person. Words and feelings are often misinterpreted on the phone and in email. Point 5 is resolving conflict. Before you sit down to talk, make sure you are in control of your emotion. If the talk becomes combative or overly stressful, take a break or reschedule it for a time when emotions are not in control of the situation. 1. Identify the issues. State your need in a respectful and honest manner, but be aware of the need of the one person. Communicate the problem without placing blame on the other person. You will avoid angry your coworker. 2. Listen actively. Give someone else a chance to voice his or her own thought and feeling. Use your active listening skill. Don't interrupt, and make sure your body language is relaxed, not threatening. 3. Explore the solution. As a gesture of goodwill, be the first to initiate some sort of resolution. 3. To generate some sort of compromise. Brainstorm possible option. 3. Listening the pros and cons. Know when to agree to disagree. 4. Respond. After your discuss the issue, do not let your frustration increase. Act on the solution you and your coworker have agreed upon. Focus on preserving a positive working relationship. Sometimes confront is not easy resolved between two parties. In order to resolve such conflict, a third ambient party is often need of interfere. Clarify the situation and suggest possible solution. Talk to your supervisor before you conflict. This is the dangerous level. He or she might suggest taking in the issue to a human resource mediator or attend a conflict resolution workshop. Okay, that the content my conflict matter videos, and apologize if I have any wrong conversation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum.